All right, welcome back, YouTube, to part 2. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Just finishing up that part 2 to the video of replacing the rotors, the brake pads, the caliper, and the sway bar links on the 2005 Hyundai Tucson. Everything is loose already because I was already working on it. Because I was just having some issues breaking these bolts off from the sway bar link, the upper and lower sway bar link bolts, and the caliper bolts. I already got them broke, so I'll just kind of show y'all where they I'll just show y'all where they go. You can see that bolt up there. That's the top bolt. Bottom bolt is down here. And then we're gonna remove the caliper, remove the rotor, put new brake pads in, and let's do this. I'll show you guys how to remove and install brake pads, rotors, caliper, sway bar links. Let's get working. Again, I've already removed those bolts, so we're just gonna take that old sway bar link out. Take that old sway bar link out. Old sway bar. You can see those bushings is torn. The boot is ripped. Once that boot is ripped, that ball joint is no longer applicable. It's damaged. I don't see too much boot damage on this end, but again, boot damage. Shouldn't see that. Shouldn't see no damage to the boot. So replace it when you see damage. Be replacing it with a new aftermarket sway bar link. That's the first thing we can do. This sway bar link on, get it out of our way. We don't even got to worry about dealing with it. First thing we're gonna do is gonna get this connected just like that. Just throw the new one in. Throw the new one in. See the new thread, old thread. New thread at the top, new thread at the bottom. Place my gloves. Those new bolts on. Never cross thread, so make sure you thread that on properly. Never cross thread. It's the bottom bolt. One at the bottom. Never cross thread. Ever cross that thread. That's a no-no. Yep, never cross thread. So let's find our socket. I believe it's a 19 for the new aftermarket. 19 millimeter. Yep, it's a 19 snug. Might need to use a wrench. Just sit it on the back side of that spacer. The ball joint is going to want to turn out on you, so you just get a wrench, put it on the back end where that spacer sits, fit the wrench right over it, and tighten down. Yep, just like so. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, that's the upper. Let's get down here to the lower. Get it tight as possible before you torque it. Now we're gonna go ahead and get these caliper brackets off, and we're gonna swap out really quickly. It's not hard, it's not long. Let's get it done. Okay. Now we're gonna remove the caliper. You need a 14mm socket to remove the caliper bracket bolts. 14mm socket. Get you a 14mm to remove the caliper bracket bolts. That's the upper, the lower. And if you're watching, you already know it's a part 1 of this video showing you how to remove the tires, safely jack up the vehicle, etc. Then we're gonna take off the brake line. To remove that brake line, you need an 11mm socket. Okay. Remove that brake line. Let's remove it and get yourself a towel or something because brake fluid is gonna be leaking. So yourself a towel, something like that. Make your life easier. Don't go wrestling, just get a pry bar. Pry that out. Old brake caliper, old rotor, brake line. Again, we're gonna move fast because I don't want brake fluid to leak, so just bear with me. Y'all bear with me. Let's get this old rotor off. Old rotor, new rotor. I always make a comparison. New, old. I always make a comparison. First thing we're gonna do, let's slap our rotor back on there. What we hesitating for? Let's get this rotor slapped on there. And go from there. Make sure you line it up where you get your rotor screws inside. If you don't have them, I recommend getting them. Right now, sister, in this case, she don't have them. She can still ride. I'm not gonna recommend that she ride like all crazy for the next couple weeks or so without getting them. So I'm just gonna recommend her just go ahead and do what you gotta do today. But you're gonna need those rotor screws just for extra security. Let's get a lug nut. Strap that plug on. And as you guys can see, that brake fluid is running out. So look, that's just to hold the rotor down. Wipe around the threads a little bit with a wire brush. Get some of that unwanted metal off of there that's in between the threads. It's giving a hard time for those lugs to go on. Just like that. Give it a nice wipe. Actually, let's back up a second. Let's back up. Got to do one important step that I want to show you guys. As always, put a little bit of anti-seize over your hub so your new rotor don't seize and stick. So bear with me, team. I'm just moving a little fast because I'm pushing for time right now. so your lug nuts don't seize up. That's all you need. Let's get that brake caliper on now. It's rotor on here, I mean, sorry. Okay, done. Let's pull out new caliper. Let's go from there. Brand new caliper. Let's move quick. Again, that brake fluid is just running out, so you don't want brake fluid just running out. Let's get our guide pin bolts removed, just like that. Just one. Don't need them all removed. Well, yeah, we're gonna remove them both for now. I think they're pre-greased, but I'm just gonna add a little bit more grease in them. They're already pre-greased, the bolts, but I'm gonna grease them up a little bit more. So you take your caliper, you got these guide pins here, just remove it. Just pop it out like this. Pop out. See, it's already greased. That's okay. You don't need to grease it anymore. But in the case of what happened to my sister, I'm gonna grease them a little extra for her because she's a female. She probably get more damage than good. She probably caused more damage than good driving with bad brake pads, so I'm gonna make sure these ones don't ever fail up unless they just manufacturer failure, but they won't fail on her. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's go ahead and smack this brake caliper on. First thing we want to do, let's attach our old brake hose. Let's get that old brake hose attached. Well, not old, but let's get that brake hose attached. Just like that. Get that brake hose screw. Sure you get the washer. Make sure you wipe this off too. Don't want grit, anything like that. Preventing fluid or causing a season in your brake fluid. So clean off your brake washer, your brake line bolt, put it back on. Let's tighten that down while we at it, because we know fluid is coming through it. That's a good thing. It's a great sign. Let's tighten her down. So we don't get no more fluid leaking. Okay. Let's wipe it off. And let's do one more thing. Let's put the bottom There we go. Ah, leave right in my face. Okay. Let's get that bottom gap bolt on. Bam, 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 bam. Let's remove the top so we can get that to just automatically open. Show you what I'm talking about in a second. Okay, bam. Now, don't let your brake hold caliper hang like that. Never. Let's do this again. Okay. 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 Let's start putting those bracket bolts, caliper bracket bolts back in. Okay. Tighten down. Okay, all done. Let's get brake pads. And actually, her right rear, right passenger she was close to needing them. But that other side had no material, none. You don't ever want to get to the point when it ain't got no material. This still has some slack. Can get you about a month more of riding. Not highway, but maybe street driving. But highly recommend replacing at this point. Highly. Show you the difference. It's extremely much more meat compared to the old ones. So that's just for you guys to see. Let's go throw them in. Wear indicators. I mean, the brackets. Excuse me. I'm not sure why the new ones didn't come with brackets, but that's neither here or there. Normally they come with new brackets because sometimes these old brackets are just not gonna get the job done. So they at least try to give you new ones. Yeah. And I don't have a grinder. Sometimes you gotta grind those edges down just a little bit so they can slide through the brackets easier. So I'm literally shaving with the concrete. That's that noise you guys are hearing. Okay, let's go ahead and get that brake caliper bolt assembled. I'm in the guide pin bolt. Let's tighten those down. Let's go. See what we got. Okay. She got a broken dust shield. We not gonna worry about that until she buys a new one. Just do the best I can to just keep it out the way of the rotor. Actually, it's broken. Yep, she gonna need a new one. That's okay though. All right. Brand new caliper. Brand new caliper, brake pads, rotor, sway bar link replacement on a 2005 Hyundai Tuscan. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment, please, and let me know what you think about the video. Thanks a lot for watching.